And we are here for you. You looking for one of the hottest podcasts out? We talk about relationships, trending topics, culture, black culture. Hey, whatever the hell we want to talk about, that's what we talk about. And I ain't even going to get into a rant right now. We got a new guest. Who we got here on the mic? This my
Moriah,
cuz. This my cuz. Be nice to her. This my cuz.
Don't be nice. She ain't being nice. Nah, let me stop.
I'm being real when I'm being.
I love it. I love it. And of course, we got Punk in the building.
What up, Deuce?
What's good, man? How
Moriah.
you feeling?
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Oh, wonderful.
I
Wonderful.
love the pleasantries early. How were you guys' day today? Let's.
I woke up. I'm blessed. But I will be honest. Last night I was on a two-step. I only had to step last night a little bit more. I'm trying to get ready to go to the old school lounges and step with the grandpas and the uncles and the uncles. I'm at that age I could take the son and the daddy. So I gotta get my step on.
I want to ask the age. I know we're not supposed to. You ain't got to tell.
Old enough to know better and wide enough to not care.
All right, y'all want to get right into it because y'all already was heated up before we started. We got a guest over here in the corner. We're not going to put on blast. You don't want to be on camera. But she had an interesting topic that we started talking about. She said that black men treat black women like white men treat black men.
Yeah.
All right. Can we get an elaboration? Do you agree with that, Moriah?
I agree.
Okay, so what is this all about?
This is about the aspect of us not feeling protected by the black man.
Mm-hmm.
When we are downgraded, we're belittled. You know, when you sit down and you think of how we're treated when it comes to maybe even when it comes to our hair, our attitude, our flair, people always say white women are basically, you know, more demure. So when a white man belittles a black man or makes him feel less than, it's the same type of concept of not having that sense of mutual respect for each other. And also mutual respect for both sides. But black women most definitely feeling protected and feeling heard and valued.
Punk, why you getting your lips all shiny? What you think?
I just ain't want to be on here dry. That's all.
You might get this real greasy 1, 2, 3 for me.
Getting shiny over there.
I'm still trying to process it because I don't feel like that, but I'm trying to really process like the white man, how they treat black men and us treating y'all the same. I don't think that we do, but I don't know.
Punk, Punk, let me ask you this. How do white men treat you out in the world? How do white men treat you?
I really don't know. I don't pay them no attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not like I walk around the world oblivious, but I don't give a fuck how y'all look at me, so I ain't really paying y'all. But that's different. I ain't gonna say it's different but I went to school with 90% white people for high school, so I don't know. Like, I didn't pay them attention then. I don't pay them attention now. Like, they don't. However you look at me, don't change who I am as a person. Like, what I do, how I operate. So I don't know. Your judgment is irrelevant.
I mean, and that's beautiful that you have that mindset, which is a beautiful thing. But I've been in a room where I've walked in and I've seen a black man walked in and our room has shifted based off his statute, based off his skin complexion. You know, so sometimes when a black woman walks in the room and she's the minority in the room, the black mother's not going to come to her and make her feel okay or ask to her. You have so many articles you see, whether it's men degrading black women that were not good enough because so your mom may have been a horrible mother or the little girl in school you liked didn't like you, so all of us have to pay for it. And you degrade, you make us feel less than what we are. There is no article basically saying that black women we're never, like Malcolm X said, black women are the most unvalued creatures. Like, we're undervalued, and I feel like the white man undervalues the black man. The black man's power. You guys are powerful with just your presence. No other man on this planet has that power. So to have that much power and not to protect somebody that looks like you, it hurts. So that's when it comes to the aspect of the unfortunately the biracial relationships when it comes to when we go out and you just do name calling like the whole Queen Latifah calling bitch. Becky wasn't getting called bitch. It was derogatory towards us.
So okay, right. I'm trying to hear you, but some of the stuff you're saying is like I don't think y'all are the most undervalued people in the world. First off,
Okay.
I do think that belongs to black men, but that's like a whatever type of thing because we'll literally die for you all. Like it's not expected for you all to ever die for us. So your
But we
value
have
would have to
though.
be greater than mine if I'm gonna risk my life for you.
But I feel like it has. When every movement that has happened, I don't care. There's always a sister in the background or foreground. Like I know that we've been there with you guys. We've been your right hand man. Now all of us are not good. All of us are not great.
What is the value that you're talking about? Like, what is that based on? Because when you say valued, like valued in what aspect?
It's
Because if I'm saying I'll die for you, I would have to think that you're more valuable than I am.
that's you. I'm talking about not your mindset. I mean the majority. It's beautiful that you're like that. It's a beautiful thing. But I've seen black women disrespected so many times in a room full of brothers. Seen videos where there's one. You see some stand up for us and protect us, but majority will not protect us. There's been many times where I've been had a brother pass me where somebody who's different race is coming to my rescue, and it's unfortunate. We're and think about it. It's just I just feel like the black woman we're not protected. Even when it comes to our body image, when it comes to our hair, when it comes to certain things that we do. Some of us are loud. Some of us are aggressive. Be aggressive because we feel like we always got to ready to go. And I'm not saying it's an excuse, but it's rough.
Can I ask a question when
Yes.
you talk about the body image?
Yes.
Have you had black men like I don't see black men telling black women go get your body done. I don't see that. So I'm trying to figure out like where is it like that like we're the reason and we're not telling y'all to do that. Y'all see an image and feel like we like that because of how we respond to it, but the people that we marrying, the people that we with aren't that. And we're not telling you, "Hey, go look like that." So when y'all go do that, y'all say, "I did this for me." So why are we being blamed for it as if, oh well, y'all want to? No, we not telling y'all go do that.
It's
That's choices
amplified.
y'all
It's
making.
it's amplified insecurities, and that's the individual issue. But it's amplified insecurities. That's what I'm
But
saying.
you can't blame your insecurities on me.
We're not blaming them, but it doesn't mean it doesn't add to it. Words are the most powerful thing on the planet. So end of the day, and I'm
And
not
what
talking
speaks more than
about
words? Actions.
right.
So if and again, they're not even telling go get. They're not telling you to go change your body. Black men aren't doing that, so those aren't even our words. And then even
It's
on
not
top of
words, you
that,
guys' actions though. When you guys go out, the one even
we're marrying regular. We're the people that don't have BBLs are getting married in relationships. Like
people
I'm
they
trying to
figuring
figure
it
out
out
what do you
now, but
what do you
not in
mean
the
now?
wave of people are now realize women are now removing it from their body. But when the wave came out, the one was the biggest buzz, the biggest boobs, got the most money and the flashiest guys, and it's so and so and so.
But they
So
weren't having. How many of those relationships were sustaining? Is that what you want? Because it's like I don't even know why that would be what you chasing when that's not even being sustained. What
now, I mean, but some couples it does. Some marriages it does. There's always an exception to every rule and everything. At the end
That's
of the
true.
day,
Let me jump in here because I want to bring y'all back to where y'all was kind of at earlier, and just bring in the topic. All right, because this has been going on the internet for a few days now. But do black men need to take accountability for the actions of bad black men? The Pookies, the Ray Rays, the ones that are aggressive when they try to holler at you and you don't want nothing to do with them. The ones that are abusing women, the ones that are participating in domestic violence. Do the men that don't do that are they supposed to be taking accountability for the men that do that? Because women are saying that they don't feel safe around black men. Punk, what you think?
Hell no. No, 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 and no. Because whatever happened between Pookie and Ray Ray and that lady over there, if I get involved and something go bad and that lady still with Pookie or Ray Ray, no. Like, I got a family and shit to think about. No, I'm not getting involved in Pookie and Ray Ray and his domestic stuff because them people still end up together. No, that's not your. That ain't no.
Will you at least call the cops at least though? You gonna just
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But no, because if my life get taken in that moment, then what? Who gonna take care of my family? Not Pookie and Ray Ray, and definitely not her.
But Punk, they're not
No.
even talking about in the moment though. They just talk about just in general that
How do
we
I
have to pay for the sins of bad men. That's
No.
how it's coming across.
No.
Okay, Moriah, what you think?
I think it's a double fold. I don't think anybody should pay for anybody else's sins for a previous relationship because there's Tamikas and Shaniquas that we have to pay for. Because sometimes black men do come to us broken and we feel like we have to fix them or we have to be nurturing this and the third because they didn't get that other relationship. I don't think black women should punish you. You guys should be punished for my previous boyfriend also. But that also comes from knowing who you are and healing. But no, I don't think anybody should pay for a previous person's sins.
But let me ask you this: is the real perception of us danger? Like,
Yes, I think so
Yes.
because like I said earlier, a black man carries strength the day he is born. So that is intimidating. So yes, yeah.
That's crazy.
Go ahead,
Soon
Punk.
as we born, we intimidating.
That's how the world views.
And y'all
That's how
and
the
y'all
world
and
views.
y'all
I'm not
expect
saying
us
me.
to ever feel like we can relax. I'm already intimidating, so that means I already got to look over my shoulder because everybody's intimidated by me for being born.
But you just said earlier you don't get that when you get in the room. You say you don't care.
I don't care.
Right.
That don't mean that's not how I'm being looked at though. That's still a problem. You're just intimidated by my presence.
I'm sorry but am I lying though?
No.
So I'm just saying. Then when the black woman comes in the room, we're accused of being less than or inferior. So it's just unfortunate. When you got this beautiful brown skin, you're born with stereotypes.
what got us here though? What got us to this point to where just our
I gotta
presence
get with the
is
times.
fearful?
I think it's generational things of everything, even from slavery into now, the way we have moved in this country, the way we've been received in this country, the blood that we have in this country's soil. That's where this is coming from.
Just from slavery days and just being brought down
Well, yeah,
generation to generation.
Yeah, I think because slavery wasn't just economic; it was also even we were free, it's still that mindset. Slavery is not as far as we think it is. You know, it's not as many generations behind. So this generation of trauma that we all trying to figure out, and we don't have any roots here. It's hard to find who you are, people without roots.
They took that away from us.
Pretty much.
So don't mind me. I'm just making sure what was right.
So there's always going to be something, with it.
Come on, Punk. Is that fair?
Nah, I mean, nah, I'm not paying for nobody's sins, and I don't feel like we should have to. Not the good ones.
And I'm a good one. I should pay for Shanika's sins.
No, you absolutely shouldn't. Like you, your own person.
I should have you have PTSD and you having flashback when she stole all your money, which or not. I should have to pay for that. I should have to pay for the fact that you deal with somebody who want crab boils and 5-star restaurants, and I just really want to go on a coffee date and get to know you. And you think it's just unfortunately.
It's unfortunate that the social media and the world puts that out, and then that's really what you deal with. Like, I mean, because you see it from your perspective and we see it from ours. Well, most of the time the conversation is about money being spent. So it's like, what are we supposed to do besides think like that?
I think the problem is we date people who don't match what we want.
Shit, we don't find that out. We got to spend $500 to try to figure out if you match what we want or not.
So
Shit.
that person don't match with you.
We don't know that.
But no, because it's like, hey, it's so crazy. So I'm 30 something, a little bit, whatever. So I was engaged. I come in a common law marriage because we were together, we were engaged to get married, marriage license, the whole 9 yards. Okay. So I'm new to this dating scene. But when I talk to guys, so let's go to the coffee shop, I could decide like that's all you want. No, it's not all that. It's not that saying I want less. I just really want to get to know you and value you. But society makes it feel like I'm underballing myself, you know. And
hold on. So dudes be side-eyeing you because you good with going to get coffee?
Yes.
That's weird. That is weird.
Hold
on. Hold on, is that a fast track? Are they trying to fast track something with that?
That's the only. I don't want to say that, but that's the only thing I'm seeing. Like, did you think you was finna spend money and get something after it? So
like
now that it's like, nah, I just want coffee. It's like, oh,
okay.
you really just trying to get to know me? That ain't what I'm on. I don't know, unless that's the thought process. Like,
no, I get. It's a sense I want to really get to know you. I want to build something. You know, I don't want.
Right, that's what you doing.
Right, and so when
they trying to spend their money and get what they trying to get and keep it moving.
Right, so when Hami tell me no, I'm like, okay, this don't line up what I want. I'm moving around, you know, and just because I want a certain caliber of man, I know what his value he brings to the table. It's not my job to come in and take something from that man that I have not added to either.
All right, y'all. Let's get off this one real quick. We're gonna come back, but I did want to go back because we was getting into some deep conversation.
Oh, wow.
I'm talking shit.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what you? Come on with it, then, Craig. Come on.
What you saying, Deuce?
That's it. Okay. I saw this come across my TikTok, and it said just kind of reverted back to man take accountability and all of this. It said the black community will bash you. Oh, the black community will bash a black man for marrying a white woman, but won't bash a black man for having baby mamas and broken families. Is this facts or cap?
Oh, that's facts. I'm being 100. I'm from the 90s when Exhale came out. My mama then was mad because, you know, brothers were quote unquote going to the other side. And I think when it comes to the sense of black women feeling abandoned, which is not you guys' fault, when you jump down my throat, but this is how we feel. We felt abandoned and not protected, you know, but unfortunately, the black man was pushed out of the black home. They weren't allowed to be in the black home because of certain type of things. So we never looked at it like that. So unfortunately, it is true. My family is a rainbow. I have a biracial niece. My niece is biracial relationship. My sister is too, and I think sometimes my cousin too. You know, and that's how it goes. Even we feel sometimes. I have a friend. I love her, but she tells her young black sons, "You cannot bring no white woman home because she won't know your pain as being a black man in America."
Why we even gotta go through pain?
Anyway, let me finish.
I got you.
But as an aunt, when George Floyd came out and I was marching, my nephew was marching, I asked his girlfriend, I said, look, I know you love him, but do you understand? She said, I understand. I'll make sure he's in the middle and not on the end. You know, I feel like if even I was dating a man that was Indian, I have to understand his culture and understand where he comes from. So I feel like any relationship, if you don't understand where a person is coming from, their culture, it is going to affect the relationship. Certain things you may come with an attitude because you feel you were mistreated that day, they may not understand. It's how to be with somebody who has privilege and understand what you may have, where you may have came from.
So, like how you said that one of your family members told their son not to bring home a white woman.
Oh, it's a friend. It's a friend.
Oh, friend. Okay, friend.
Come on.
Sorry about that.
I got a rainbow family.
Sorry about that. Is their friend like teaching their son about dating? Are they teaching? Mm-hmm. Are they I don't know. Are they introducing their son to women that they would that she can see her son with? Is she participating in that way?
So her kids are in a diverse. They have a variety of people in their schooling and their upbringing. Mm-hmm. I just feel like she just wanted her sons to maybe understand to know what it is to basically the value of a black woman. You know, to know so she just. I mean, some parents, some black women have that thing, because I know I'm gonna be honest. That saying, she can't use your comb, don't bring her home.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is valid. Sometimes black women just want their sons to marry who look like them.
Mm-hmm.
Am I lying though?
It's nothing wrong with that.
I'm guessing not. Shit, if you
It's
saying
nothing
that,
wrong
I'm
with
guessing not.
It's just
I wasn't brought up like that, so I don't know.
okay. So my mom was definitely on that, like, when she did see, I was riding around with my wife. My current wife is my girlfriend now. And the first time she was just like, who was
his
that
girlfriend
white
then.
bitch? And ooh, and blah, blah, blah. And, but now, they love each other to death. My thing is, like, we can't control what our kids do. I think if you do want your kids to marry somebody that looks like you, don't verbally abuse them.
You gotta show them good
Don't,
experiences.
don't mentally abuse them.
I agree.
Don't emotionally abuse them.
Yes.
Don't physically abuse them. Teach them about dating young. Introduce them to young ladies that you feel like would be great, would be suitable for them.
I got something to
But
add.
but don't send them out into the world
looking for something you ain't never showed them.
If y'all watch our new TV show Forever, that's on. So
I
haven't seen it, but
okay, so okay, I'm
okay.
I'm gonna tell you to add to what you're saying. Black women also are scared of their sons being with white women too, though. So they feel like it's a sense of them. Unfortunately, the Emmett Tills or the white girl who may say the beautiful black boy may have touched her, but he really didn't. Now he's in jail. See how many movies we didn't seen where they've been falsely accused by white women.
Y'all know black women doing that too, right?
I know what you're saying, but I'm telling you, if you watch the TV show Forever, wasn't her questioning for her son with a white woman different than questioning a black woman?
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying, that's where when that TV show highlighted the fear that a black mother had for her son with a white woman, and unfortunately getting falsely accused or looked differently. I love my nephew and I love his partner, but when we've been out, black women and white men have looked at him different because he was with somebody who didn't look like him. So there's also a fear for your child too that plays a part. But belittling should never happen. That's horrible, because love is love end of the day.
No, they say we hate ourselves.
I get it.
We coons.
You gave up on us. Why, brother? Why? I get it.
Here's my thing, though. Like,
how you know you didn't give up on?
If something was poured into me,
Mm-hmm.
if it was poured into me, if I had my daddy there when I was a kid, and it was poured into me how great being black is, and how you should, strive to find a black woman. But if it ain't poured into you, how can later on we say, oh, he hates himself?
But look at the movie, the TV show. Remember the TV show Brothers, when the mama was like Mexican woman with a taco, white woman with a, that's saying that's some of the black mother's mindset. Well, you're right. They feel like them being in a home as a woman is enough. But sometimes it is not enough, so.
And it's not just on the mom note, because if dad ain't there.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. I'm saying sometimes the mom thinks she can be all of that, and we try to as women to be everything to our children, but unfortunately when some women, like, think of Boys in the Hood, 13, Trey, you gotta live with your daddy. Certain things a man can teach a man that a woman cannot, unfortunately.
Man, if y'all want y'all sons, y'all want them to black men to be dating black women, be involved in their life, pour it into them. Maybe it'll happen. They still gonna make their own decisions, but pour into it. Okay,
and you may just love somebody different color, and it's okay.
That's fine too.
Yeah,
that's fine too. Let's switch it up. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. We've been real race heavy.
Thank you, mama. Thank you, mama. That's all I'm gonna say.
It takes more than don't bring a white girl home.
It
takes more than just don't bring a white girl home.
That's why I'm saying thank you, mama, because my mama ain't never told me that, but my mama, she raised me with hella love and care and shit, like I seen a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, pour into me. So like what you saying, like I saw that shit, and she was a single parent for the most part, but and it was never like she never tried to make me her everything. Like I had to play a certain role in the crib, cause like none of that shit. Like it was just definitely she poured hella love. So thank you, mama, cause you know what I'm saying. That made me wanna make another black woman, you know what I'm saying, not have to go through her struggle or whatever, because I seen it, and she did that shit gracefully and still gave hella love. Like the whoopings I got, I know I deserved them, all 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? And
Lucky
you
you.
know what I'm saying? But in real life, like it wasn't that I got beat on, cussed out. My mom ain't never called me out my name, none of that. She cursed, of course, but I ain't never been called a hoe, like none of that. You know, so thank you, mama. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't my experience.
Oh, but the guest wanted to chime in. She over here holding the bro, deep sighs. She want to get up here?
I just got one question.
Okay, go
With
ahead.
the outrage of dating outside your race,
Mm-hmm.
do you guys believe that the outrage does not come from you're married to a white woman or you're dating a white woman or a white man? It comes from when you're with that person belittling black people to uplift, because this is one of the topics that has come up several times, especially in social media. Belittling black women, down talking black women because you're married to a different race.
You would have to
I
know
think
me,
that's
and
pretty much
that would
where.
have to be your experience with me.
But
That
I'm saying,
goes back
do
to
y'all
you.
think that that's where the women that do feel like don't while y'all out here running around marrying white women, do y'all feel like their rage comes from the people that do the men that do down talk black women?
Let's say white women are more timid, than black
Like
women.
I don't know if you could talk about certain things
But
on your platform, but like the guy that was like, I'll ever white, but then the lady killed him.
That's an extreme case though, and that's one person,
that's
and
a
that's
that's
a
a
very
loud
Do you
minority.
feel like that's where? Do y'all feel like that's where um the problem come in at? When
Pers-
people do stuff like that.
so personally, maybe a little bit, but I think a lot. I think the
'Cause do you
majority
think
is
it just come from directly being like, oh, you with a white person, so you just must hate yourself.
yes. I think the majority is like self work that you have to do with yourself, because whoever I'm with shouldn't make you feel less than. You've never had an interaction with me, but you think I look at you some way or I feel some way about you because I'm dating a white woman or I married a white woman. No, I'm not even thinking about you. I'm just happy with the person that I'm with, but it's like that it's the thought that, oh, he don't like black women. That's not the
Not that you
case.
don't like
And
black women, that you don't like yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you don't like yourself.
but
That you
that's
hate
that's
yourself.
that's also the thing too. You don't like black women. You don't like, and that's not the case. I love me enough to know that this person make me happy. Why is that an issue? And that has nothing to do with you, because you are who you are. And I probably done dated black women, whatever else, and the person I clicked with is the person I clicked with. And that don't mean that you can't feel protected around me, whatever else. And I ain't saying that ain't idiots out here that don't say dumb shit like, I that's insane. But there may be people that don't like themselves or whatever they grew up in or how they were treated by black women, so they go over to well, I don't even want to say, I feel like people should love whoever they love, but if you go over to the other side because of those reasons, if they had their reasons, they had their reasons, but other people still shouldn't feel like you hate yourself. No, I loved myself enough that this is where I was loved. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I went to, instead of constantly getting verbally abused or whatever else. Or because then you have stories like what's his name, Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't like me growing up, not never. Then I got a white woman, and cause I got money, now it's like you don't like sisters. Y'all ain't never gave me the time of day, and when I tried, it was like I was nerdy, weird, ugly duckling, and nobody wanted nothing to do with me. And now I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my experience,
Or were
and
you
then
just chasing the wrong type of person?
I don't. If I shot my shot at you, I might have thought you was. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all don't like me, and we know it happens, cause it happened to black little girls.
Yes.
It happened to black boy where you ain't. They don't. You just ain't it. But then now, if I go date something else, is I hate myself. If I do shit, you made me feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all never wanted nothing to do with me. So it's on both sides. But at the end of the day, if I go with where I'm being shown love, what's the issue with that? It's about me. We should think people go do what they do for them instead of thinking it's about us. No, I went and dated a white woman because I wanted to. Not because of whatever you got going on.
You dated because she was white. You dated because you was attracted to her.
Gotta be attracted to you to date you.
I know what I'm saying. You said I went to a white woman just to go to white women. But
I think y'all don't understand that a lot of times, no, not a lot of times, 100% of the time, a man dating a woman, it's about how she makes him feel.
That's the point I was saying.
Yes,
yeah. Okay.
I didn't go because she was white. I didn't go because she was purple. I didn't go because she was black. She made me feel how I needed to feel.
And that's how they supposed to be.
When people cheat and you say she ain't look like this and that, and you downgrade it, she made me feel how I needed to feel.
And yeah, that's all. That's perfect. I agree. That makes sense.
Ooh, I tried to light it up. Y'all were right back on it. Okay. On to the bullshit. Let's go. Remy Ma addresses Papoose publicly saying, sign the papers. Says she doesn't even want child support. She pays for everything already.
Wasn't this woman just asking to get back with him like a couple months ago?
To tell me, sir, was she?
Wasn't she talking about she wasn't with
He
dude no more?
She was bringing
I don't
receipts,
know. All I know is for her to say that type of statement, it's like a woman that's tired and wants to be let free. It does. Look.
What she tired of? That man minding his business, ain't saying nothing to her. Living
I'm
his
talking about the previous.
Previous what?
But he didn't. But
wasn't she the one locked up and he was holding her down? Like what the fuck is you tired of?
My whole thing, think about it. For her to give up
Me
everything.
being a good nigga.
No,
ain't nobody saying nothing bad about this man but her.
No. There's a difference between being
Huh?
They both were cheating. She was cheating too.
I think Ruby was cheating.
They both were cheating. Or she was in jail.
Cheating, she and man.
I ain't heard that. Where's the proof?
I didn't even hear that, but
First got out, a lady came forward and was like, he was cheating.
How long was this lady locked up? You
8
really
years.
thought this man?
I think Remy was locked up 8 years. I think.
You thought this?
I think
8 years?
I think so.
And
yeah.
you thought this man wasn't busting no nuts in 8 years? Talking about he was cheating.
I'm just saying, my whole thing is when they first came together, their black love, everybody was happy they were being together. Being in jail and thinking how your life is going to be when you get out totally changes. Them 8 years could have changed their relationship to the point where being with him afterwards was a lot for her to deal with, a lot to handle. She said multiple times.
And a lot for him to deal with and to handle. She just got out of jail for 8 years.
People use that manipulation too. She may have came out and say, you know what, this ain't working out. Well, I've been holding you down, so you got to stay. So doing all of that's why she cheated, did her thing. She wanted.
So she cheated, did her thing.
Right, he did
okay.
too. Both of them. I'm just saying. Right. So when you with somebody, she did cheated.
Her cheated is publicly.
No, it was a recording that basically he told this guy, when I see you on site, I'm knocking you out.
They slick.
And
they
so
they slick. Now she wasn't cheating. No, I
said she was. No,
she was locked up 8 years. This man was cheating while she in jail. But they both out free, and she ain't cheating. They were separated.
Never said she wasn't cheating. I said she cheated. I agree. They both cheated.
Was she cheating? Because reportedly, they were separated.
What do you call her being in jail? That ain't them separated?
No, they was holding it down. So you get to say when a guy go to jail, she can't mess around either, because guys want them to keep it tight while they locked up too. It goes to both ways.
It does.
So if she locked up, you got to keep that shit zipped up then.
I'm locked up 8 years, I am not getting out thinking that my What? No, that's insane to me to think.
I mean, sorry, people have tried it and been
you
like,
would. Yes, please don't. But do I really expect that? Fucking no. 8 years?
Yes, people do.
People do.
I didn't say they
know.
don't. I did not say they don't. That may be true. That is delusional.
Yes.
That you think this like so it don't matter. Precisely. So you talking about he cheated and she was locked up.
But they were
8 years.
married though. They were married.
That is delusional.
Look at.
Do she want that man back? Because I'm trying to figure out why she's so concerned with
She don't
whatever
want
he
him
got
back.
going on.
I don't think she wants him back. She
So
wants to
leave
be
him
set
alone.
free.
Stop talking to him.
But the whole
Why-
thing,
why
she's
she
asking
bashing?
him to sign the papers, though. The issue, he hasn't signed. That's what I'm saying. For you, when getting a divorce, you say, I don't care. I take care of my daughter anyway. I've been holding it down. Just sign the papers. He couldn't afford an attorney to sign the papers. Her whole thing is let
That's
me
gaslighting.
free. And it could be set up for a whole new TV show. We don't know.
Why they think that? Why they think that? Exactly. Y'all think that man ain't got no money.
But I'm just saying, maybe set up for a new. But that was a script. That's what that came after. Now she said her new thing was like, thank you, not because of my status. Now you got an attorney. Now he has an attorney all of a sudden.
When he claimed that he was claiming that he was looking for the right attorney. He wasn't just gonna take any old body. So that was the hold up. But he was dropping receipts. Did y'all see the receipts that he dropped as far as what's her new guy name? Easy the Block Captain. He a battle
Dude
rapper.
ass. Yeah.
He has some footage of him like saying that he was. I don't want to say saying he was gonna extort her, but blackmail. He was saying that he's in the position to blackmail her. He was saying something like, I got tapes, I got videos, I got pictures that I can put out at any time. This is the man that she's with. Why is she coming so hard at Papoose? Like
Because they
Punk,
don't
is
like good
Papoose a
niggas.
deadbeat or something?
They
Like
don't
she
like
acting
good
like he a
niggas.
deadbeat or something.
They don't like good niggas.
Can you
They'd
say
rather
that
make you look bad to fit their story.
But you know it is all kicked off when his girl went on the Breakfast Club and started her interview. That's when that added fire to it.
Let's
too.
get into it. But didn't his girl speak like a I thought she spoke positively about Remy and the whole situation. And I guess Remy didn't want her speaking at all. She just said, don't say my name at all.
Pretty much.
Positive, negative, don't say my name at all. Is that fair?
Because who the fuck is you?
Yeah, I know Remy.
Huh?
You know,
Because who is you?
but y'all know Remy lived by the hood code by her heart. So she Remy Black. You know how she went to jail for what?
Yeah.
So that's her anger management issues. That's all
Get
that
in that
is.
boxing ring. Man. Like, let's get in the boxing ring. No? Oh, I thought Remy said she could whoop her.
Remy ain't. She
I
ain't.
thought Remy said she could whoop her.
No, she ain't never said that.
Then shut up. Talking about them people. Leave the shit alone. Like, get your divorce and keep it moving.
That's what she said.
You're
She
the one
said. She
making it
said
messy.
sign the papers.
Like, you making it real messy.
But she said sign the papers. She just walk away from everything. That she's giving him
And
whatever
you really
he
think
wants.
that? You really think that?
But women have done that before. It's not uncommon. Women have been so tired and want to be let go so much. They just want you to
In
let
the
it
celebrity
go.
world,
Think of
shit.
Tina Turner. She left Ike everything. I want his name. I worked hard for
and
it.
then it wasn't everything. Goddamn it, she still took something.
The
'Cause
name
that was
she
his
worked.
last name. That was a birthright, I thought. And then a marriage thing.
Well, a lot of women get married all the time, keep the same last name because of their kids and stuff like that. And she earned that name all what she went through. She earned it. She worked hard for it.
Okay.
Let me jump in here. Y'all, I'm off the rails here. I like this little chemistry here. I don't gotta say much. I can just produce, let y'all go. Love it. All right. Pap, hold your head, man. We see what you did. Held that woman down. She gonna publicly embarrass you.
Try to embarrass
Try
her.
to.
She's just making herself look bad.
You heard he would, buddy, right?
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all hear the recording though? Y'all hear the recording though? Y'all hear the recording though?
That's the problem though. The whole fight was years ago. Like this been going on for years. So
Cause she probably been fucking with dude.
But Papoose been going on. and now Remy Ma speaking up, and now they got a whole other issue going on.
But
If this been going on for years, she been fucking with dude for years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was a few years ago when the battle thing first came out.
But let me tell you, but she also had a record. She said, "Why you hit him? Now I can't get rid of his ass because I want him to sue you." Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So I think you
that gaslight. I don't know what the hell is.
That's what I'm saying.
He's suing Remy too because they're an idol. And
Right. So she's saying I'm with him because.
In 8 years, he ain't flipped the money.
But how your boyfriend gonna sue you? How your boyfriend gonna sue you then if that's the case?
That's Remy money.
Exactly. So he's suing you.
That's why he.
Right.
That's Remy money. That's
But
crazy.
I think
Ain't they married?
Go ahead.
I mean, it's both of their money.
Yeah, because that ain't what you just said. You said that's Remy money. Is it?
And that's why she made the.
You know how it go. They
It's
money
so
is our money is our money, and they money is they money.
We gotta pay 100%, but that money her shit.
Yep.
And y'all wonder why men don't want to get married.
And we married, you know, that's my money. Dad,
And y'all wonder why men don't want to
No,
get married.
I don't think it's just that. You know, because let's talk about the past Pooh's concert. I wait. Where's the last?
Wasn't he writing for her?
But Remy Ma been out there. You been seeing her, right? And I
He came with all
agree.
the receipts. He came with all the
Right,
receipts.
and that's
Them
fine.
his lyrics.
But even with that being
It
said,
don't matter. Them
no,
his
let me
lyrics.
finish. With all that being
See?
said, she said he can have it
Y'all
all
trying to
though.
find a way for this
But
man
no,
to be.
but she
to
said
be-
you can still have it all though. Despite all that, she's still gonna give it all to him. No, it's not like she was going. Of course, I want half. She said he can have everything.
Now she's saying that.
Right, his stuff, but I'm just either the way she said. She says I want no child support. I want nothing. She said all of that.
Of course, because you still making money off the rhymes I wrote.
But he's gonna get paid off that too.
Right. They
So
both
why
get
you
paid.
asking me for child support?
If his name on it.
Cause
So
that's
then
your
that
child.
wasn't just her money then.
I mean, if his name, yeah, I don't know what he wrote for her. I like Papoose.
I mean, I'm wrong. I'm just saying.
See, I
It
guess
don't
that's
sound
that
like it.
in.
It don't sound like it.
It
It don't sound like it.
I just feel like it's unfortunate when they shit came out. They had the whole black love thing going. Thought it was gonna make it. Unfortunately,
Who made it go? Who made it look so bad?
what you mean now? Them fighting back and forth.
Who making it look like that?
Both of them, all both of them. No, they both got risk. They're going back and forth.
Who keeps kicking up shit?
Look, I think it's a combination.
Never
I
the
think
blame. Never the blame.
I think
Never the blame.
Look,
Papoose ain't saying shit till she get the posting.
that's what I'm saying.
It ain't him. It ain't
That's
him.
what I'm saying.
It ain't him. It ain't him. It ain't him. The girl ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Then you should have said something about her. Why you speaking on my name? I ain't said nothing
Because
to
she
you.
spoke on her name. So therefore she said gloves off. I feel like unfortunately egos got in the way, and I think it's a setup for a new
Who
TV
ego?
show.
Who ego?
Remy Ma's ego got in the way.
All right.
I'm agreeing with you, but I think it's a setup for a new
It
TV
just
show
took
or
It just
something.
took a while to get there.
But I arrived. Whatever.
If it is, I arrived. Oh, we found the title of this one. Hey, if it is a TV show, I will be tuned in. I love the mess. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah.
Not you. You're so sophisticated.
I be needing to though, so I can keep up with this shit.
Anyway, we was talking about self-hate earlier, and I'm seeing this apply to Glorilla. Glorilla has a new nose apparently. It's been in the media. And they're saying self-hate because she got a nose job. Is
I ain't seen anybody new nose. I gotta go look.
you better cut it out for your wife.
The wife
to watch
knows.
this
She
part.
she
Did
get
watch it
breezy.
deep into the podcast?
Probably not. She knows if Breezy gave her the chance. Whatever. I get glow.
Anyways, plastic surgery, BBLs, nose jobs, lipo 360. Is this a sign of self-hate?
I think it's a sign of insecurities amplified. You know, and sometimes it's a mental illness also. Some people get one surgery and they keep going and going and going because they haven't fixed what they had going internally. Now, on my aspect of Glorilla is that I feel bad for little girls that look like her, who was happy to see somebody that looked natural, who was going to the gym, that wasn't getting the surgeries. She had the whole fitness thing for the whole summer. We're going to be healthy, no liquor, you know, no food, and then you get your nose job done. damn, we had one that looked like us that was being natural. That's the sad part for me.
You think it's self-hate, Punk?
No, I don't know. I don't know why they go get surgeries, but I think they have a look they want to have, and they go get they look. I mean, I know people that done had surgeries, successful people that I know don't care what nobody think or whatever, but she wanted to look a certain way, so she said she going to look that way. And she encouraged people, you got one life to live. If you want to look like whatever you want to look like and you got the means to do it, do it.
What's the encouragement about, though? Because I understand you want to do what you want to do.
Well, I'm saying the encouragement is
to encourage.
I'm not encouraging like just going around like, hey, go get surgery, go do like. But if someone come ask her about it, you know what I'm saying, and like her process or her journey, like she's gonna be encouraging about it. You know what I'm saying, but not like she's advocating for people to just go get surgeries. Nah.
I agree with Moriah here as far as it's sad that the little girls that did have that same appearance, that same feature, now may be looking like, oh, is this something I need to do? Is this something that's better? You know.
Can I throw you for a loop real quick?
Go ahead.
Wasn't they just in an uproar about the statue?
Oh, the MIC
looking too much like the basic black woman.
Did you hear about that, Moriah?
No, as I was looking confused.
Oh, okay. So there's a we talked about it I think last episode. There, I guess she didn't want to be on camera, but she got a lot to say. Hold on, don't jump us. Don't jump us now. Okay, but there's a statue of a black woman in New York. What's the New York Times Square? Sorry,
looked like
New
she
York
had
Times
that
Square
nose when it got redone.
Just a black woman, and it caused an uproar because women didn't like how she looked, blah blah blah. But she, as Punk said, she looked like a regular black woman with, you know, your mamas, your aunties, you know what I'm saying?
They go to work every day and
you look like a regular black woman. You know, she didn't have a 30-inch bust down. She didn't have a BBL. She wasn't snatched at the waist. You know, she's just like a regular woman. And they went into an uproar. So go ahead, Punk. I'll bring up the picture for you.
I'm just saying, it just seemed like a big ass contradiction because now it's like we don't want to look like this. We mad that y'all got us looking like this to the world, but now we mad at Glow for going to get a nose job. Like, which way? Like, what is it? You want to? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't have it both ways. Either be good or don't, or you just don't care what people do with their body.
So here's the statue here.
Okay.
Hold on, dismiss.
She like a CNA I didn't see before. Yeah. Well, you know, you can see her on a night shift before.
So hold
Y'all
on.
was in the uproar about it.
I think she looks beautiful. She looks like somebody, like you said, my neighbor, somebody I would know.
Y'all was in the uproar about it.
And it's unfortunate. I'm sorry. I think it's unfortunate. I believe in natural beauty, but I believe you have something that you're not happy with, if you get the real internal work done and then get it done. You know, I just feel like...
So you don't think Glow did that? Like maybe going to the gym and all that and maybe she did her internal work and was like, yeah, I want to get my nose done.
Or maybe in the fact that you need to get your nose done because you got to go to the next platform, look that next level in your career. Get your nose done and then you can have this because you look more like that. So we don't really know the full story on the outside. I think they be
running out of stuff to do with their money.
I mean, that could be it too.
Shit.
So next thing it may be her nose. Next thing be her lips.
Like you be in the world, you be in that world and people spend money on surgeries all day long, and like this is the life you in, and the shit is like the norm for them. You know what I'm saying? What else they got to do?
That's what I said. Doing the internal work, you find something else better to do with your money and your time, because eventually you got 87 surgeries. You looking like a Barbie. You know, like you
that's
just.
If it get that bad, you know, like, and one surgery don't mean that's gonna happen. Like that's just we think like soon as you get one, now you gonna get 10.
It's like a tattoo. Once you get one, you can get another one. That's how it normally happens, though. Let's be honest. How people, you know, got one tattoo. Most people got more than one. It's the same thing. And it's unfortunately, I hope she only has this one surgery done, but it's a high chance she have a different look very soon. So now as somebody else, these young girls look at, I was so happy. We were out shopping Mother's Day weekend, and we saw these dolls that actually had hips. They were actually shapely. They looked like regular women. It was beautiful things for little girls to see.
But they don't want little girls to see the statue.
And I think that's horrible. I think it's horrible. That was horrible. I think it should stay the way it was. What is wrong with somebody looking like your neighbor or somebody that you have interact with? Why do we always have? I think that should have stayed the way it was. That's my personal opinion.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's still
It's
there.
all
Ain't
good.
going nowhere.
Sound like a
They
win
just
to
was
me.
mad about
You know what? Some be mad about something all the time. People will be mad about everything. So I'm happy it stayed.
All right. I'm on bullshit. So I did send you the topics, right, Moriah?
Yes, you did.
And I'm sure Punk saw this topic, but he probably didn't even look into it. Did you see this? Julius from Love After Lockup refuses to get a job.
No, I ain't looking into it.
Right.
I
Hold on.
did.
What's the question? Let me ask the question here.
Okay, go ahead.
Why are women infatuated with thugs and jailbirds?
You want to go? You want me to
Nah,
go?
shit,
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, I thought you made it known. Like I'm trying to be courteous.
I got a thought, but
Okay, so me it's a combination it's a combination of things. One is a sense of protection, to be honest.
Okay, hold on. So first, you agreeing with
Hold
the
on,
statement?
hold on.
No, Punk. You agreeing?
Yes, yes.
Look at
Not
Look at that
jailbirds.
accountability.
No,
Go
not
ahead.
just jailbirds. He said no, and he said jailbirds and also thugs.
Thugs, yep.
He said
I
both.
Both.
So when you
You
look
said it's a sense of what now?
protection.
These the niggas shooting and killing out here.
But
You talking about you? You just said black men don't protect black women, but it's okay to date the niggas that's out here shooting and going to jail and doing crimes.
I'm just telling you. You asked my opinion. Let me explain to you what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, if you're somewhere you feel like that thug is going to protect you, not saying is that you feel like somebody who can.
Or you gonna get shot cause of him.
That it goes both ways.
How you protect? That ain't no.
You said infatuation. You said
You
the reason
can't-
why. The reason why don't mean it's right.
I love this.
I'm not saying the reason it's right.
I've
You
never
asked
heard
you
this.
asked me our opinion. What is the reason for
I've
the
never heard this.
infatuation?
A
These
nigga
are the
put me in
reason
danger
why.
and protect me at the same
That's
time.
why that ride or die. Motherfuckers be accounting with the signs. I love you, boo boo. So it's the same thing. So I'm telling you the reason why. The reason of things don't mean that it's right, but these are the reasons for it. Shit, that's the reality of it. So one of it is a sense of protection, and that's what it is. And then also when it comes to the sense of no shade, women have the perception that you can do the helicopter woman with him because he been at home all day playing Xbox, versus the other brother that's been doing 16 hours. Now you gotta do Superman, or you gotta do the airplane mode. You can't be helicopter woman. So they feel that they're better in that department because they have more time. Okay, and there's also come the aspect when it comes to the fast money. If you got a drug dealer boyfriend, you can hit him up for $200 or $300 real quick, go about your business. But your man that has a 9 to 5, you gotta wait till that payday comes around. So
Dig
these
that hole.
are
And we
the
asking questions
infatuations.
too.
Dig that hole.
What you need that for?
I mean, but
We
it's the
asking
truth
questions,
though.
too.
You asked that
Keep
those are
on
the
going.
reasons.
Dig that hole.
And then
Keep on going.
I don't care if it look. Even if it's a hole or whatever, you asked what are the reasons. These are the reasons. I'm not saying they're valid. And then also the thing when it comes to jailbirds, a lot of women date guys who are lifetimers. If you know a man that's been in jail who has a lifetime, he got 3-4 pen pals sending him money every month. Because women know where he's going to be at. And I don't care what you say, jailbirds got the most smooth Devielle, Billy D. Williams, R. Kelly remix. They have you think you the goddess of the universe because they got all the time in all the dictionaries. So it builds our self-esteem. It builds our self-worth. So that's where infatuation comes from jailbirds. I'm sorry, and that's what it is. Not saying it's right, but these are the reasons.
Hey, I've never heard that take, and I appreciate it because that was some damn honesty right there. Punk, go ahead. What you got?
So as a good man, right? And you telling me all these reasons you going to the jailbirds and thugs. and then it's not okay for me to go to the other side, or you feel like I hate you. Cause why I don't feel like you hate me? You don't want shit to do with me as a good nigga, cause you don't feel protected, cause I ain't in jail or been going to jail. I ain't a thug. The fast money ain't coming. That's the shit y'all want protection. Y'all want to be taken care of, and that's why y'all chase the jailbirds and the thugs.
But
so as the good dudes, what we supposed to do?
Like you said, if women get the BBLs and y'all really married the ones who got natural bodies. So when they have every woman, I'm sorry, majority of women have a thug face.
Oh, now y'all so we gotta wait on y'all face. Let me finish.
We gotta wait for y'all. Look, it's growth though in life. I'm not saying that no one comes knowing what they want in life. Then you also gotta realize the environment too, because all you know are the guys on the block. All you been around about thugs your whole lilife. So you don't know about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know about the brothers with so and so, the GPAs and these people on pre-med and pre-law. I went to college because all I knew was the ones on the corner, and they may have had a job, but it was nothing. They were working downtown.
When you were in school, there were no smart boys in your classes.
They were smart, but they were smart. I will say that. I'm not saying I didn't talk to the smart guys, but the majority were the thugs. Those are the ones that walk you from home that you were okay.
That's what you were choosing.
Or like you said, your environment majority white women, that's what you gravitate, because that's what you have to choose from.
No, I did not say that.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said I went to school with 90% white people.
I'm sorry, let me rephrase that.
I've never dated a white girl.
Okay,
my wife is black.
Okay,
not just you.
Not just you. Let me rephrase that. Sometimes black men are only option to date is out their race because whether they may be in a school. Athletes. Right. Mm-hmm. That's what I was trying to get. So let me rephrase. Not you. I mean other people. You see what I was saying? The aspect of what you have and what you know. The majority of what you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe in accountability. You got to seek what it is that you want,
like
regardless of your environment. I mean, I guess so.
It comes with growth. You're not the same person when you're 13.
No, you definitely not.
Right. So it comes
Definitely
with growth.
not.
Like you saying, it's not a sense of waiting, it's a sense of growth to find out what you want. Because y'all dating girls with a big booty, and poor little Tammy booty ain't grown yet. So that's what comes to the big booty thing. So it's the same thing. It comes with growth and change and finding who you are.
Sometimes we don't know what we want to later in life, and then earlier in life we make some decisions because we look at our environment, we look at our social circles, we look at our family, and we feel like it's time to make a decision. Everybody else is moving on, everybody else is getting married, having kids. What am I doing? So sometimes people do make decisions early and figure out later, like, oh, I like a certain thing. I like this more. You know what I'm saying? And that's everybody's individual choice. I do agree with your proximity thing, but Punk, I do also agree with you where there were different kind of men around. There are
always different type of
black
men.
boys around, black men around.
In every school,
they might not have caught your attention, and maybe they haven't grown to a potential that meets where you need them to be. But
it was smart kids in every school, even the boys. So to feel like that was all that was around, it wasn't.
They was lame as hell.
Exactly.
You said reasons why, and infatuation don't mean they're right. These are just the reasons why. Right. That's where it comes from.
So what I want y'all to do is take accountability for the choices that y'all are making.
Who is the y'all? Is the y'all women?
That's what you're saying.
Is it black women?
Right.
Because
whoever
jailbirds is not a black woman.
Right, because
whoever is supporting the Juliuses out there, take accountability for chasing them type of dudes and being okay with it.
But it seems like y'all had put like a race on the whole infatuation jailbird thing.
Oh, let's see. No.
Insecurity, so that comes from all women.
Well,
from all race of women, I should say.
Well, yeah, I don't think we put a race on it.
Yeah, we didn't. They just happened to be black.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't put a race on it.
Well,
I did. Oh, because we talked about little black boys and yeah.
You're saying that we don't protect black women
Well, yeah, that wasn't about the jail stuff. That was just about how you chasing the people that cause the most danger, but saying you don't feel protected, and it's like that's insane.
But it's white men in jail.
Right.
No, absolutely. But I'm just because.
But why
once,
we not
once
hearing
you're
the
chasing,
narrative? Why we not hearing that narrative though? Why are we hearing white women say we don't feel safe around white men, or are we hearing, or is that conversation being had and we're missing it? Because why? If that logic applies, then it applies both ways. It applies to the men and the women.
Does, because
that conversation is being had.
Certain neighborhoods where there's crime goes race to race, typically.
Right.
White people kill white people and black people kill black people.
For the most
Asians
part.
kill Asians because that's who they are around.
Right.
In all other race. So that's typically how they go. So we don't hear that because that's not what we're surrounded by.
Do black women not feel safe around white men?
Some of them look creepy. I don't. I'm sorry, rephrase
So
that.
it's not a black man then.
Right, let
it's
me
not a
rephrase
black
that.
man thing.
Right, I just feel like the person.
It's men, period.
Right, I'm not gonna say. I'm just saying you get an aura of creepiness for some people, man.
With black men.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm in the background.
No, I think people feel unsafe around black men.
Tell their kids, if anything happens, you run to the first black man you see, and you get help. The black man that you see. They don't tell them to run to the white man that you see. They tell them to run to the black.
But that's other cultures.
That's other, and I see. It's just a sense that it's just it's unfortunate. Whatever. Yeah.
Other cultures send their kids to us.
Yes.
For protection.
But you gotta remember the sex.
With some shit going down. With some shit going down.
Of black women, a lot of them people was black over there in Sister Road that was trafficking them black people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we always do it to ourselves.
And I think the sense of protection even comes to when you was talking about the sex trade, like with the sex trafficking now, there's more black women coming up missing in sex trafficking, and there is not a sense of a march for it. Or at one point, in Chicago, there was a black serial killer on the west side that got covered up. So when it comes to that sense of protection, I feel like when it's an individual issue for us, that is not amplified. It is thrown under the rug.
The serial killer went to jail.
No, it never was found.
Oh, but it was a black serial killer.
No, that was targeting black women.
It was a white serial killer.
I don't.
Oh, it was a
We don't
serial
know.
killer talking to black women.
Targeting black
women.
Yes.
Do you remember hearing yourself say that you more attracted to the jailbirds and thugs?
I never said I was more attracted to them. That's not what I
She was
said.
saying there's an infatuation. She was agreeing that there is an infatuation. Okay. When I hear silence, I move on to the next topic. All right.
We gotta put an age on certain stuff too. Like, with the whole dating people that's in jail or out of jail.
Why we gotta put an age on it?
Because different age. If you're younger, you're thinking different than a person that's probably older.
Okay.
That's doing that
Okay.
type of shit.
So you saying that's more of a younger woman's game?
No, an older person might feel like I'm gonna go with this person because I ain't found nobody yet, and I'm 53.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what we seeing though. We seeing younger. Life After Lockup. We was talking about Life After Lockup.
A younger person might.
Young woman. Hold on. Not just a young woman, but attractive, has some things going on for us. I think she was in school.
But I can't remember if they met. I can't remember if they met while he was in jail or previous for him going to jail. Like your thug boyfriend got locked up. Now you riding with yours. So what I had researched, but the thing I had did was they were dating. They feel like she tricked Julius to having a baby. And he made a post a few weeks ago, nobody tricked me. He wanted to get out. He wanted to enjoy his best free life. And she wanted to build a family.
People try fetish living.
Right. And so when he told her, you already working, work more hours.
Yes.
So she had a mindset. He was talking all that jail, talking her ear, thinking they going to come out and have the picket fence and be together. He got out. He wanted to be free. He said, I can live with somebody else.
And so, just go with the flow. But as a woman, to not know the person, they've been at your all these years, you meet them in jail.
But
I don't know. I don't know with them. I don't know. I don't.
But we supposed to make up for the
Coming
Pookies
on.
and Ray Rays. How?
You coming on next time.
But we supposed to make up for the Pookie and Ray Rays. How? And y'all condoning the shit.
This is not race based. This is.
I'm saying it's not, but I'm a black man, so when I gotta make up for this, it's for the Pookie, it's for those Pookies and Ray Rays. How and y'all condoning it?
Because the fetish is, I don't know.
How? If y'all condoning it, how are we supposed to make up for? If you're dating these niggas, that's condoning it.
Okay, condoning people being in jail, but that's
Condoning bad behavior.
And it ain't necessarily bad. Hey, they may have been together before they went to jail, though. I mean,
those people.
right. It is because they went to jail. Doesn't you don't know what the circumstances were, where they could have
And
been.
it don't make them a bad person.
Right.
I ain't saying nobody a bad person.
You was like, so when nobody in your class smart, you can be smart and still be on the block selling drugs.
Absolutely,
much.
I never said you couldn't.
It
Absolutely.
What you went to jail for. If I go to jail tomorrow for protecting my family, then I'm just in jail tomorrow for protecting my family. That don't make me a thug. That don't make me anything. That just make me somebody that protected my family.
Right,
Because
but we
if
going
there
off
are
the.
people in jail that have been to jail for one incident and they're in that for life because they protected their family.
But we're talking the general, right?
Your stepdaddy coming in to rape your little sister and he killed him, and now your brother is in jail for killing your stepdaddy. That was him protecting his family.
Yeah, but
that
we.
don't make him less of a man.
No,
They
I don't
actually
think
make
it
him
make.
a little bit more up there to protect his sister.
I don't think it make nobody less of a man because they go to jail.
Women a little delusional because why would you be wholeheartedly on with somebody that is in jail for a life that you have never met prior to them being in jail?
Yeah, that's just not the norm though. Like those that's not the norm. Like that's
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know
those are
that's
specific-
rare. So
those are
we're
specific
talking in general. Like most of the people in jail did some bad shit, right?
I can say most.
You know, like so that's you condoning that.
I mean, it's still bad shit. You kill somebody, you kill them. Make you a killer. Or
No.
But we talking about the infatuation. If you go under those comments,
that's crazy.
you see 15,000 likes. You see all of these comments talking about, girl, because they were in regards to him saying that he wasn't getting no job and he just left or whatever. Girl, I would have. That's when I would have hit him and blah blah blah. All these likes, it's just like all this attention towards this relationship. Like, why is this relationship the one that we're so infatuated with? Why is this like this man disrespecting this woman? Why the hell we care about this? But this is what this, and it's all women in the comments. All women infatuated with this
Being
story.
mistreated, infatuated with being mistreated.
No, yeah, some saying all type of things. It's the comments. You're gonna see all type of things. But the question was, why are women infatuated with thugs and jailbirds? That's
It's right.
a
Right.
fetish. Okay.
It's fetish.
Yeah.
Insecurity. It got to be.
And it's just right. End of the day, some women really date guys that's in jail because they know where they're gonna be at. They put money on their books. This is one guy that has a.
And they don't have that much of a commitment too.
Right, I'm
Y'all
serious.
don't want to go half with a nigga that's out here trying to do the right thing,
Don't
but
make
you
them
putting
right.
money on the nigga books in jail, talking about
I'm
y'all
not
in a
saying it's
relationship.
right. I'm not saying it's right, but this is what these are the facts. Like I'm not saying it's right.
Facts of mundo. It's facts.
Go date who love you, fellas.
Exactly.
All right.
That is
Okay, so
It's insane, don't it?
Yeah.
that is insane.
I agree with you.
That's a mental problem.
Right, but I agree.
But people had a fetishes.
Yeah, people like feet, some people like jailbirds. It's just what it is.
Come on, Deuce.
all right, y'all want more or what? What's going on?
You're not gonna make it.
I'm good. I'm with whatever shit. You know, you got
Okay.
another one.
She said,
I'm going. Actually, let me come up with one more. I'm gonna give y'all a choice of the next topic. All right, we have. Okay, this is serious as hell. I don't know if we want to go here, but should older members of the Democratic Party Basically, move out the way. They've had a few deaths in the Democratic side that has affected policy or the ability to change or stop certain bills from passing.
What's the other topic?
We have. Is it important for black people not to protest during these political times? We have more than 106,000 black women have lost jobs last month. Are they being pushed out of high-paying jobs by this new administration? All kind of political. Okay, we got one that's kind of general here. Is there a such thing as the black community? And then we have one
Let's
more.
talk about that one.
You want to talk about that one?
Wait, what's the last?
The last one is definitely some wretchedness. Offset requesting spousal support from Cardi B.
Get your bread, my boy. Let's talk about
Let's
the
talk
black.
about I know we already had brought up to Cardi B. You already said get your brand. You already comment on it. Let's just open it on up now.
What y'all think?
Get your bread, my boy. I don't feel no type of way. Look, I'm for equality here. So
I second
if
that.
she got the bread and you want your spousal support, I see it every day with women. So do your thing.
But now with the women, I agree, get your bread. But if a woman has been taking care of the kids, supporting you, get your bread. What has he done to add to the relationship? Has he been the one that's been doing the child care, managing her gigs, being there supportive? What has he been doing? He's been just sitting there. I don't think any person should contribute for somebody's hard work if you have not added to it, man or woman.
They was married. They married, right?
Yeah, they're married.
He was adding to it.
How?
I don't know. I ain't in their household.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
For me to assume that this man don't take care of his kids, don't take them nowhere, don't be there for them, like that's an assumption. I can't just make that assumption. So why would I assume the negative, like he wasn't a good partner or he didn't help take care of? Like, why are we assuming the negative?
I'm not gonna
Hold
say.
on, come on. You know
I know
why
what.
we assuming.
Why? I
You
don't
the
know.
partner?
No, I ain't talking. Fuck all that. He
Okay.
cheated, whatever.
Okay, all
As
right.
far as the kids,
I
because
gotta
she's
hold
saying
him
like
accountable a little
she's
bit.
saying like, what did he add? Did he help take care of the kids and do all like? What do you mean? Like they both work, so they probably had a fucking nanny in all reality.
do.
You know what I'm saying? So what are we when we talking about the kids? What are we really talking about? They both worked and contributed to their household. I'm sure.
But when they broke up, he broke up with the kids too. Because he stopped paying for everything that he was responsible for her kids.
This one, Cardi did. Cardi
Yeah.
B did say that he stopped paying for bills the past.
And he
year,
needs spousal support.
child
Right.
care.
The nigga broke.
Right. So what I'm saying, I think
Maybe
it's-
that's what that
He
mean.
had a house in Atlanta.
right.
She'll keep her house in New York because that's her house, but he won't take that too.
No,
Right.
he won't- nah, 'cause he.
And I think it's wrong with women. I think
We
I-
need that. We need
But no,
that.
but women do.
We
You jump down
need
and
Why
you
don't
that.
mine? Why it's not mine?
He didn't want nothing to do with that.
Man. Yes.
Man.
My money.
Right. I
What you
feel.
mean, my
Nice out here in
money?
Jersey. Yeah, I want
How
some of
much?
this
How
too.
like we see
I left
this?
you a house. You stop paying.
We
Right.
see this with men all the time, and I'm all for equality.
Support go both ways when you
Yeah, it does.
It
will
need
make
to.
it-
If
no,
he's
it
trying to
does-
get
it-
spousal support, and she
No, it
no,
goes off
one
who
of them,
makes, it makes
whoever
who
make
makes
the most gotta
money.
pay the other one.
Right.
That's crazy because I'm divorcing you because you cheated.
So what?
Why am I paying?
That's
You
what I'm
cheated
saying.
too.
But my whole thing is, I don't care if
Yes.
it's a man.
We Cheetos.
Cheating for
It
Right.
don't matter.
I don't care.
You
Those
just never took them back.
chicken or the egg,
I don't-
like, and have more kids and shit.
I don't care if it's
Run
a man
that.
or a woman.
Get your
I
bread,
feel
my
like
boy.
I feel like it should be based off what you add to the household. That's what I'm saying.
There's no way
it don't
to-
matter if
there's
it's
no
a
way to-
woman or a man. I feel like you should come in. You ain't did nothing. You ain't helped nothing. You got your hand out too. Come on,
There's
go
no
what
way
you
to
already
judge that.
had.
I feel like when
You
get
can't
a
judge
divorce,
that.
You should not have to keep up with. But you know they be saying, oh, you introduce this person to a different lifestyle. You put them on a different pedestal. So now you have to obtain that. And I don't. Feel like
But it also says that
either
the,
way.
I
but
don't
it
either.
also-
Party or you know,
But-
him that's offset.
Yeah,
has to pay for that.
but
But it
since that's
all-
the way it is, get your bread, my boy.
But it also says that
I
this
don't think you should
person
get
was
Jeez.
So
limited.
the thing is, what they should do, the money that he didn't pay for that whole year
Yep.
for his kids' stuff,
Yep.
they need to deduct that.
And probably the child support she had to pay when they were married too. Deduct that also. So if that
Yeah,
you're gonna
she definitely have to pay child support. thanks to him.
And think about the time certain things she couldn't. Right.
Why would you be with somebody that got that many kids?
And then the extra PR team she may have to get to clear up his cheating and all that kind of stuff. So,
I have to deduct that.
Yes.
Deduct the child support I have to pay.
I'm sure they will.
Deduct the stuff you
They'll
didn't
work
pay
it
for
out.
your kids.
She's still coming out of pocket though.
And she was taking care of his kids.
Right. That's what I'm
Let
saying.
me get up in here real quick.
Get your bread, my boy. Whatever was going on. There's hella men taking care of kids that ain't theirs, and that woman still. Let's not even go there. Anyway, niggas done paid child support 18 years. Kid wasn't his.
And then the women
Get
raising
your
kids
bread,
and
my
not
boy.
theirs also. Cause he got a baby by a lady up the street. Now you brought the baby to your house. It goes both ways.
That's crazy on you.
And crazy on him too.
Did we not see this coming?
I never see it coming for a dude to do this, but get your bread, my boy.
You never saw
But
this?
I don't.
Oh man, here's my thing. As soon as I saw, like when they first got together, I feel like the Migos was a little bit bigger than what her name
Cardi.
was.
Yeah.
But once she started taking off to superstardom,
He
and
was
then
like, he gonna get his bread.
you come on, and then we've seen how he's been behaving throughout the relationship, publicly embarrassing her with the
Yeah.
cheating scandals, this, that, and the other.
Mess up her image, mess up her money.
So
Her
she
image.
couldn't.
Yes.
Could she have
That just
stopped
made her
this?
more love.
Could she have cut the check earlier? Like
Yeah, before she had more kids with him. Cause don't they got multiple
yeah,
kids?
Yeah, but it's also when I said when you're
And then she married a nigga after catching him cheating.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Get your bread, my boy.
because she loved him and forgave
Yes.
him and had more kids, but she
Yes.
got to pay for that.
You liked what you was getting. You liked what you was getting.
They got married before they had kids.
Right.
That don't mean.
No.
Yeah, no, not a
No,
fact.
they
I
had-
think
no,
they
no,
had
they-
the first one already.
They were married, then the kids came, and then
Oh, they
the
was
cheat,
married?
and then the
No.
cheating
No,
started.
the cheating was
No.
happening before that.
Oh, I bet whatever.
They had broke up and everything before
Yeah.
they even got married. Like they had broke up before they got married, so the cheating had been started. You still married the nigga. You knew what you was getting.
And you knew if you blew up, you would be cutting a check.
Yeah.
Just like the NBA niggas know. They gonna have to cut it.
You in
I
love.
think women think about that because
They don't think about having to cut that check.
no.
I know they don't,
Think
but
about a man gonna be like, okay, I want my spousal, but
yeah.
when we date people that actually really like us,
Yeah,
like,
niggas
I
take care of
ain't
y'all.
saying
Mm-hmm.
dating the hottest thing that wouldn't like you if you ain't have money.
Mm-hmm.
But when you, as a woman, when you date somebody that you really like them, you not really thinking like, oh, they got 8 kids, they this, they that. You thinking like you love them.
She not the, but she not the only one
That's
paying
man.
child. She's not the only one
That's
though.
crazy.
Hard thinking, punk. Thinking.
But she's not the only one though. You know the one.
We think like that all the time and get took every time.
You know the
Think
one.
like that.
Men think like that?
Because I feel
So
like,
you think a man go into a marriage thinking she finna take half if shit go bad?
nah, but I think
Oh,
that
no, we don't.
I think men.
We know it's a possibility though.
We think we're marrying a person that loves us and that we love, and we gonna be in this shit forever. Because why else would I have married you? I could have kept playing in the streets. Otherwise, I'm definitely not marrying you thinking, oh, in 10 years she gonna want half. No, not the thought at all. But guess what happened? Yeah, we get took every time.
Women get took too.
All right, let's. You know, when I hit that pause, I hit that quiet. I'm on to the next. God damn it! All right, is last one here. Is there such thing as the black community? Punk, you was all on top of this one. Let's go.
No, not for real. I think we want to have a community, but damn, I'm finna sound like y'all. We don't even really.
Damn.
We don't. We don't
Hey.
really. We don't protect our shit like we should.
Hold on, can you not say shit? What
I'm
do you
sorry.
mean?
We don't
need
protect.
details.
We don't protect our neighborhoods,
Okay.
our stores, our like. We don't protect our stuff when we have it, and you could tell by
Our
the way
people?
our
Each other?
we don't. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm big on until we stop killing each other. You know what I'm saying? It's never okay for nobody to do it, but we do it the most. We gotta stop. How you gonna build if you steady tearing down yourself? Like it's impossible. So to say that it's a community is kind of like a how. Like community is togetherness. We ain't that.
Moriah, what you think?
I agree with him. Shocking. Wait a minute.
Makes for bad TV. But go ahead.
Because in our quote unquote community, there's so much internal issues. So it's hate. There's a sense of you get mines, I ain't gonna worry about you. A lot of us get to a certain plateau financially, we don't go back. And when we do go back, the ones who didn't make it tear us down, so we don't want to go back. That's the issue, and it's unfortunately until we get on a common ground, I think there's maybe two things I could think of for a short period of time. No, I can't even say that because even with George Floyd, we were still divided. It's just a sense that until we get on the same page, but every movement we have, it has been sense of dividing, and we can't. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen until we get on the same page.
Well, okay, where's the division, right? Because just my opinion, right? We be divided over the most ficklest of things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to rattle them off. We already talked. There's some things that we talked about today that just causes division within us. The interracial dating, are you a police officer? Do you what political party you part of? How do you feel about 50-50? How do you feel? It's just we're so divided on so many things. So, in y'all opinion, like where's this division coming from? Like,
I don't think it was ever really taught to us to actually become a community. Even in our families, you have cousins on the same block. What happens in our household stays on our household. Rather come down as a family and come in a game plan and support each other. I just feel like it's generational. We're ever taught that sense, in the aspect.
I think it depends on where you were raised.
Yeah.
And how. Simply because we have to
lean on in.
If we go back to way back when we were coming north, Bronzeville was an African American community. Everything that was in that community was African American owned and supported by its people, along with the West Side, because that's the first place people stop. And that's why we say, oh, they so country, they so this. That's the first place they stopped from Mississippi, so that's a lot of history on the West Side.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. Now, in today's world, I feel like in order to be a community, we have to learn how to step up for each other and not be sellouts, and not be against, and not be jealous, and not throw stones and things like that. We have to stand as one as a community. And the best way to do that is with the smaller steps, which would be when you go to the corner store and they're disrespectful towards an elder person, these people that are not African American, that talk to you crazy, you vote, you go to your alderman, you shut them down, and you bring a black-owned business there. That's how you do that, but we don't do that anymore in our communities, in our neighborhoods.
I agree.
So that's where we have black neighborhoods, but we don't have communities because we're not a togetherness.
And I think, unfortunately, the history, we have had those communities, but outside influence have destroyed those communities. They were ramshacked or they were, divided. Politics also,
Talk about Mayor Daley and how he shut down this, he shut down that, he shut down mental health. Like, Chicago has been on the down and down.
The West Side got destroyed with the riots. They never will rebuild back up. So that made a big thing. A lot of the people on the south side of the projects got tore down. They moved out to the suburbs. So I know growing up on the south side of Chicago, it wasn't. I knew the cops on our block. We knew who the corner store. We knew who lived next door. When we had Christmas at my house, my grandmother used to make fruit jams and stuff for the neighbors down the block. So the community we did have outside influences divided it also.
But that's because of their perception of what the projects was.
Yes, I agree.
People like me who grew up in projects, that was community based. Everybody knew you. Everybody knew what family you belonged to, and it was a sense of respect and protection.
Yes. My grandmother's house never got robbed until my crackhead cousin did it. Cause they knew that was that was her house.
Fine. You want me to jump in? I hear you, right? I hear you, right? Because, you know, grew up on the east side, you know, 80th and Coast. And yes, we had community. My mom was ahead of the block club. You know what I'm saying? So we had block clubs. But we also had people on the block selling drugs. And mad at my mom for trying to organize and keep the community together. Mm-hmm. So I know when we say like we don't go back or we don't do this, a lot of us have been there fighting. We've already lived it. We've already seen the pushback. We've already been the target, you know, of trying to step up. You know what I mean? And I could just hear the comments now. Accountability. When are black people going to take accountability for how they're acting? You know, I see things both ways. I do. I see things both ways.
Like the crab in the barrel concept, and I agree with you. That is a big issue when you go back and you put into your house and somebody didn't broke in or tore this down on your property. I see it. It's unfortunate.
I just think we need structure. Like,
Give it to us.
We gotta
please.
have structure. We don't have that in the black community. Whatever is left of it. And when I grew up, not saying it was like the most structured time, but like y'all saying, it did feel more like community because of that structure. Even if you didn't have like a dad in your house, it was still somebody on the block that was giving you knowledge and telling you, you know, what you needed to know, that you trusted what he was saying because you knew he had your best interest. It wasn't like he was trying to get nothing. He's just really like, hey, y'all some young cats. I'm trying to, you know, that's how life is. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have that no more. And that's not completely on the older people because a lot of the younger people don't receive being talked to. And that's because it's no respect. And I think that comes from having structure and leadership and trusting leadership and knowing that there is some type of system to life and to the way things is. Like, there's gonna be somebody that's gonna tell you what to do or how to do things, or it's a part of life and growing. It doesn't take away from you, and you don't have to go through terrible ass experiences to understand life. Like, you can literally get it from people who experienced it and went through it and do better, but it's a constant fight because younger people don't want to hear from older people. Older people scared of younger people. Nobody is saying, okay, this is what we need to do, and we're actually listening and doing it.
And it's not just the older, younger. It's a man and woman.
But I'm
talking about how women don't feel comfortable around men
or protected. But I think
it's the division that we cause within each other over minute things.
And that's also, to me, that all comes from structure and leadership, because somebody has to teach the youth how to, not how to feel, but how to think, how to, everything that happened. Why are you jealous of this man? No, go out and get your own. It's a big world where you can get it, but being jealous of this person or being envious of that person, that creates negative feelings. You start to do negative things because you chasing somebody else's life. No, live your life. You will get there. There's routes to it, but being jealous, but we don't have people trying to, I ain't gonna say we don't have it, because there are mentor programs and stuff, but we're not putting our kids in it, or kids not going, they don't want to go because it's just the mentality, unfortunately. Like, it's not like it don't seem like we want community. We cry for it and say we want it, but then we reject everything that community would have. It's like you got an issue with it. Yeah, until there's some type of structure and leadership, and we actually want it, it ain't gonna never happen.
And I think also issue is, back in the day, you used to have like places you can. I know for us growing up, after 9 o'clock, you couldn't go to the park. But before then, it was fine. The kids were protected a little bit more also in the community. Mm-hmm. There was a YMCA to go to. There was the church on the corner had a summer program to feed the kids. Mm-hmm. A lot of that got eliminated too. A lot of funding for mental health. A lot of things that would support the community were taken away from the community too, from the government and limited resources that we do have.
And we also gotta, not to be devil's advocate all the time, but we also gotta think about how we treated those resources.
I agree.
Like when stuff is put in the community and you tear it down and you mess it up, it's like, how many times you want me to keep rebuilding something because you keep tearing it down? Like that you know what I'm saying? Like you go in certain neighborhoods that used to look nice, mm-hmm. beautiful houses, and now they just tore down. That's not other people coming in doing that. We living in those neighborhoods, like we living in those houses. They look like that because we don't care. You know what I'm saying?
I agree
and then
with you.
Like, now what? You gotta care about your stuff before you expect anybody else to. Before you expect anybody else to really take you serious. Like, if I don't think you take you serious, I'm not finna take you serious.
I agree with you.
I'm gonna let y'all pick again. Last one here. What do men and women really want in 2025? 1. Is chivalry dead or just evolved? And then the talking stage. How long is too long? All right.
Oh, these are all good ones.
Hold on. Who picked the last one? I did. You did? Okay. Moriah, which one are you thinking?
Read those top two again for me real quick.
What do men and women really want in 2025? So not no old school. You talk about now. Oh. And number 2 is chivalry dead or just evolved?
I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
I know for me, I love it. I love when I'm out. You open the door. You place me in the car. You hold the door for me. That's because I'm able, when I date her, the man, to be my full feminine energy. To adapt it. This is me. This is my swag. Let me finish. Okay.
His facial expressions are very loud, aren't they?
Right, man.
I ain't saying nothing yet. I'm listening.
Real heavy, right? I think it's not dead. Sometimes it may be the sense. I think just texting someone to get home. I feel like if it is dead, it shouldn't be dead though. I have a sense of, I enjoy being my feminine energy, but I'm going to also play my role too. That's just me.
So in the dating world, are these things still happening?
Nah. It depends. So it
depends.
What I'm saying?
Making sure you get home safe. Are these things happening?
It depends who I am interacting with at that particular time and what level we're on. So unfortunately, I have some.
Thug. Okay, come on.
Right, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't. No, actually, you know what? I only date reformed thugs. Thank you very much. I have involved. I'm involved.
Are they opening doors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, they are, because you know why? I set that standard. I set that standard. If you want that, you set that standard. Don't sit up there after somebody open the door for you and you knocking him to the door and push him through to get to the crab boy or where y'all going. No, if he's picking you up, you stand there as a woman and open the door for you. So if you're not receiving that, you need to evaluate who you're dating, what energy you're putting out. It's not dead. We have to learn to tap into it as women.
Okay. I like how you think that up. Punk, what you think? Chivalry dead? What's going on?
Chivalry is evolved, maybe.
It's evolved. What has it evolved to?
The things we was taught, that were came off as like having chivalry, opening doors, all that type of stuff. It just don't happen a lot. And I ain't even gonna lie, like, I'm hella guilty of not really opening doors. But again, it's like, I walk how fast I walk. Like, I'm not rushing to the I'm not rushing myself because you know what I'm saying, but it ain't.
We need a button.
It ain't shit to
It's
clean
the
up.
truth,
It's the
though. That's
truth.
what I
Yeah,
just
I'm not gonna lie
said.
to you. Like if my wife walk out the house before me, she's definitely while I'm locking the doors and not, she's definitely gonna get to the car probably before I even get off the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? So either she gonna stand there and wait, and I'll come open the
There's
door,
other chivalry
or she
things
gon'
in that though.
right. I mean,
Come on.
but
That's a
what I'm
common
trying to,
thing. Like,
because. I mean, what else? Text me when you get home.
You mentioned bath water, running bath water.
We look at that as chivalry.
that's
I think
catering,
that
though.
shit
I
is
think
like
that's more
romantic.
Okay,
I think
I
that's
thought that
more
was-
catering to her.
Yeah, I
Like,
looked at those like romantic
Yeah.
gestures, things
Okay,
you do,
okay.
like you
Like,
know,
I mean,
if that's what
like-
we talking about.
like
But
porn-
that could be why I said evolve, maybe, because it is like a
Yeah.
what do we look at as like really being chivalry? Like what do we want? Because that's what was wanted. Open the door, you know, let her order first. The things we was taught are now something different. It's like y'all want different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
and men have evolved in what you guys want too.
absolutely.
You know, now you guys, y'all want us about y'all nice, thoughtful gifts, which we should. I'm not saying we shouldn't. Haha, watch out.
Hold on.
So,
Hold on. The guest
go
say
ahead.
the guest say we want the men want the door open for us. That's what
That's
our
what I'm
guest
about to
over here
say.
said.
That's what I was about to say. I said, then y'all have evolved too.
Not at all.
Get some more hot takes in. Go ahead. Go ahead, cuz.
That's what I was saying.
Fuck, you want your door open?
No.
Because think about the new thing
But
on TikTok, when they're gay guys dating, it's the gay guys.
I'm sorry, I don't have nothing against gay guys, or I mean, I don't have nothing against. I have nothing against that community, but we're talking about men and women, and I
Okay.
don't want to. I don't want to.
I
just want to.
So, Bud, when I have my gay friend on here, you ain't gonna be on?
Yeah.
Well,
What I'm saying is I don't want to confuse the conversations, because for me, I'm going to look at like two men, what we really talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's still two men to me. So I don't want to confuse
But
that
gender
with,
has
like,
changed,
what-
though. You saying we
See,
involved
that's
the way.
why I don't want to.
No, I'm gonna say
don't
one
wanna-
thing. I'm gonna say one thing only.
We speaking
Let
on
me-
a man. We're
Let me
speaking on a
finish.
man and
Let
woman
me say one
relationship.
thing. Let me say one thing only.
Say the word gay.
When
and
you
start
say
freaking out.
involve, even that has evolved the way we date, the way we handle each other with our titles. That's all I was going to say. So it's not going to
See
be the
that?
same. That's what I'm going to say. I'm trying to support what you're saying. Things have changed. Even with a man and woman, it has changed. Some women like to be in their masculine energy. They don't want you to open the door for them, so they don't want to receive sit. Don't want that.
A
Some
man
of us
don't want
do
that type
do.
of woman.
How do you know? Cause how do
'Cause
you
we
know?
want I'm a man. We want a feminine woman. I don't want a woman that want to be
Well,
in her
what-
masculine
okay, what-
energy.
okay, what
no.
about-
A man, a mature man.
That's what I'm
would
saying.
Why would I want that? You say, like you said, you want to be able to be in your feminine all
That's
the
me,
time. First
yes.
of all, from my perspective, I think you should be in your feminine
I
all the time.
second
Why
that.
are you ever? First, you shouldn't even have you're not a man. Why do you have a masculine, whatever it's supposed to mean? But you shouldn't be being what I am at no point ever, because I'm a man, you're a woman.
Right.
It ain't never. I never want to feel like I'm never in a feminine energy. Can I express my emotions and how I feel and all that? Yes, absolutely. That's not I'm in my feminine energy.
Bro, they calling you in your feminine
Do what y'all want
energy
to.
for doing that.
Go
sir.
seek therapy.
I'm not trying to hear it.
Go
man.
seek therapy.
Episode 104. Follow the TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that. I don't really post on Facebook, but follow it. Why not? Any final thoughts here?
I arrived.
I enjoyed myself.
Did you? Will you be back
Yes. No, friend, you coming with me next time on camera?
on camera next time? Oh, you got a
Okay.
commitment.
They gonna be talking shit about you anyway, and from the background. So
Yeah.
it don't even matter. You already heard.
Good.
So their feelings.
You TikTok commenters that want to comment negative things, fuck y'all.
I swear.
Fuck you mean?
I
No,
swear.
fuck.
And I don't care if you man, woman, none of that. Please don't go that negativity, trying to put labels on us like we okay with women beaters and shit like that. Stop. Cause we ain't never once said it. So don't come projecting your negative ass energy because of you trying to act like you doing something. Cut it out.
TikTok comments.
It's talking about
Cut it out.
the Diddy stuff, right?
Um,
What's that one?
Just because we two black men with a podcast don't mean we red pill. People that try to insult us by calling us podcasters. My thing is here, right? Yes, we do this, but this is not all we do. This is not all we are. We have full-time jobs, families, friends,
businesses, investments.
And
Y'all not supposed to address those people. Y'all gonna let those people keep watching.
that's what they gonna do.
No, we comment back, and yeah, we on that with y'all. So get smart in them comments. We commenting back, all right. Anything positive to end with?
I was gonna say some stupid shit.
Go ahead.
No.
Just be grateful for whatever you have and wherever you at. Be grateful this week.
Real shit.
That. I love that.
That was a vibe.
I'm gonna say peace out. Peace.
Support black businesses.
Support black men.
Support
And women.
black
There we go.
men
Yeah.
and women. No, complain about the prices if they too high, but support them.
You know why I noticed black business? The gratuity is included in most of these restaurants now.
I'm cool with that. Just give me good service.
That's
don't,
what
don't
I'm
give me
saying.
terrible service because gratuity added already and expect me to come back.
Right.
And put the gratuity that you really want, because I ain't added on to that. I'm sorry. I'm not added on. You put 20%, that's what you're getting. I'm sorry, unless you're just extraordinary. If you're extraordinary, I got you, but
Shit. 18% on two something is $50.
I mean, what you
Ain't
want?
that
What
like
you want?
it couldn't
But
have did
give me
that
good
much.
service though. I
Right.
hate when I go when I gotta ask the bus boy, my waitress, and the bartender for a fork. Like I already paid for the service already. I got attitude.
Nah, for real, that was me yesterday. Had to pay $40 in gratuity and had to get my own box for my food. Like, what was y'all doing? But anyway, I ain't gonna call out no, cause y'all food actually good. I ain't gonna put y'all out like that, but they need to get that together.
Do better.
It's not Chicago. It's anything in Atlanta.
And I'm talking any black business. Customer service, you know what I'm saying? Long as you treat your customers right, we don't care about spending money.
It started with the owners.
Pretty. And I think it's also.
Workers,
And I think
and
also
better manner,
yes.
So that when they're at work, they can talk to the customers great.
Pay them better. If you pay them better, they'll have a better attitude.
Teach them, I think it all starts with the way you talk to the employees, though. Because you talking to them crazy, now they come out talking to me crazy, and I'm just trying to eat.
Woo,
And then
we're going to have to talk about our communication and how our communication with each other has been passed down from generation to generation.
That's for another day.
Think about generations. A lot of our business are first generational. A lot of us don't know how to run a business properly too, and that trickles down.
So go
And
get
that's why we
training.
be a little bit patient, but after like a year,
Go to school.
get this shit in order.
Right.
They have business management classes. They have sociology classes, like to learn how to talk to people, communication class. Like you can still go to school to get educated just because you own a business. Don't mean you don't have to, get educated in how to run it and do certain things.
Learn proper etiquette on how to treat people that are trying to
Patronize your business.
they're making you money.
Right.
You don't need school for that.
You
Need knowledge.
Exactly.
You need somebody
knowledge.
to teach you. Some people need somebody to
And
just
when
teach
you
them in plain English.
Because
do this.
That goes back
Stop
to
doing this.
That goes back to the environment and how you raised. If people talk to you like crap all the time,
That's
even
what
when
you
you get
gotta-
your business, guess
Yeah.
what you gonna do?
Yeah,
Talk
this
to
is
people
true.
like crap.
This is
Unless
true.
you done went and got knowledge and got some therapy and learn how to talk to people. Most of the time, the loud, aggressive people come from loud, aggressive households.
All right. Try to end it positive, but we went back negative. All right.